Hey guys, so before anyone calls me a little kid who only plays mobile games, please know that I've played Call of Duty aggressively since about Black Ops 2. I've also played Black Ops 1, Modern Warfare 2, and a bit of World at War, but back then I only played here and there because I focused more on schoolwork. So long story short, I think I've had enough experience with this franchise to at least have a bit of a credible opinion on whether or not Modern Warfare is better than COD Mobile or not, which obviously from the title, I don't think it is. I think Modern Warfare suffers from so many problems that in a way, COD Mobile is just better by default. And when I say problems, I'm not talking about bad graphics or anything like that. I actually think the graphics and overall feel of the game is pretty good. It's more that Modern Warfare has aspects to the game that don't feel anything like a Call of Duty should feel like. You know, little things like, or should I say big things like large maps, overcomplicated menus, the really large amount of campers there are in this game, with all the explosives in the world to help them, and they also added mounting your gun, which it gives a camper even more accuracy than you do, and they can already be aiming down sights on top of being more accurate. And in addition, they also made it harder to see the enemies now. It's really hard to tell from a long distance if it's an enemy or not, or just like a piece of rubble. That's my experience from it. I don't know about you guys, but that's the way I see it. Now, honestly, I feel like COD has always had a camper problem, and every year I feel like it gets worse and worse. However, this year it's truly unbelievable how many campers are in Call of Duty. I'm serious. I'm seriously disappointed that the developers support this type of play style almost every single year, and I'm even more disappointed that people actually play this way. I'm an aggressive player, and let me tell you, it's one thing to die from a player who outsmarted you in a gunfight, and it's another thing entirely to die from some asshole sitting in a room camping in a window with claymores and bouncing betties all around him. And the worst part is that these people are so brain dead that whenever I tell them to stop camping, they just respond with "get good, kid" or something like that. And even worse is that the geniuses at Infinity Ward decided to give these clowns every advantage in the book on Modern Warfare. The maps are so big that if you dare to run out on the streets and even be a little aggressive, you'll be shot down by some roof or window camper, which wouldn't be so bad if there weren't so many damn windows and roofs and places to hide on every fucking map. I've only played this game for a few hours, and I've almost broken my controller many times because enemies are so difficult to see because the lighting in so many areas is so shit. When I first tried to change my loadout, I had a brief flashback to COD Ghost. This isn't a joke either. I had a brief flashback to COD Ghost and how much I hated the menu look and loadout layout. Maybe it's not too complicated, but I don't think anyone had a problem with the normal layout, and there was no reason to fix or change something that wasn't even broken in the first place. So, like I said, COD Mobile wins by default because at least I don't have to deal with these problems when I play the app. That sounds so weird to play the app, not the game's app. I'd rather play bots who move than real people whose idea of fun is sitting in a corner the whole match. I'd rather play fan favorite maps with old gen graphics than beautiful overcomplicated maps. I'd rather play free decent game which I can access anywhere with decent graphics than a $60 game that feels and looks great with shitty graphics. I got this game for $50, but I don't care. 60 is a normal price, so that's what I'm gonna go with. That's just the type of person I am, and this is my opinion. And I know I only focused on the multiplayer side, but that's just because multiplayer is the game mode that most people play. So it's only logical that I would compare these two games from the multiplayer side. And I wanted you guys to keep into consideration that many of the problems I have with Modern Warfare can be fixed. Unfortunately, I don't think they will be. There are some guns that are overpowered and they fixed it, but that kind of happens every COD, so I don't really mind that. You know, I like using the MP5. I know it's a little OP, but I like using it. So yeah, like all that stuff, I don't really mind. It's more of that new stuff that they added that is just retarded that no one asked for, that just supports camping. It's all of that stuff that I think ruins this game. And I feel like this game kind of feels like Battlefield mixed with Rainbow. I know a lot of people say that, but it's kind of true. And not that I have any problem with these two games in particular, but let me when I play Rainbow, I expect for people to be camping. You know, I expect a different play style in Rainbow. That's why I would play Rainbow. However, when I play Call of Duty, I expect a Call of Duty feel, not a Rainbow feel. So it's like, why would I even buy this game if it's just going to be Rainbow? overcomplicated, complicated times 20. Like, it's just stupid. I don't think anybody asked for that. And it's just kind of frustrating how you spend your money expecting to play something and then it's something entirely else. So I don't know. That's just me. That's just me. And really quickly to end the video, I'm gonna quote something my friend told me a few days ago. This is my coworker or something. When I was at work, we were talking about this, and he said the funny thing about campers is that the way they play is a contradiction in itself. Because if everyone camped, then no one would win. Which means the only right way to play the game is to not camp. Which is entirely true. If you camp, if everyone camped, nothing would happen. If everyone rushed, it would be fun as hell, and the games would be over quick, which means we get to play more with different people.